Hey, hello guys, and welcome to another gaming news update. As we finally got an update regarding the some more news about the new headphones and earbuds, as well as the Project Q item that is going to be rolling out at the end of the year. So, without further ado, we might as well kick off with news about these items that are going to be coming to PlayStation. Well, in terms of PlayStation hardware that we can look forward to at the end of this in terms of some hardware that we can look forward to at the end of this year. So, yes, they have done an article talking about the handheld report about PlayStation, about the new Project Q item, PlayStation Portal, which is what the name is. And it's funny because it has the PSP initials to it, which is kind of fun. But yeah, so essentially we got these three items, which is PlayStation Explore, PlayStation Pulse Explore, PlayStation Pulse Elite, which is the headphones, the Explore is the earbuds, and then PlayStation Portal, which is the first remote play dedicated device from Sony. Now, the interesting part here is that, there's a lot of a lot of things that didn't really please a lot of PlayStation players when they found out what this item really does. Well, you're going to be slightly disappointed if you're looking for this to be pretty much like a PlayStation, like a PSP. Unfortunately, you're going to be a little disappointed about it, and you're going to see why. So in terms of some of the features that this thing has, well, the features include the following. It includes obviously a DualSense wireless controllers with adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. So of course that's there. It does have a 8-inch LCD screen that captures the 180p resolution at 60 frames per second, which is fair enough. But the fact that it does high definition visuals for high quality games created by world class developers, so that's at least something interesting. But the downside is that you're going to need to connect to Wi-Fi only in order to connect to your PS5, which means you have to be connected to your PS5 in order to use this device, which is really unfortunate because if you don't have really good Wi-Fi, then it's not going to work. And then also the fact that they also say that that PlayStation Portal can support games that are installed in your PS5 console, which is at least that's a benefit. They do have a headphone jack for wireless wired audio, but however though, they do sort of say that your Pulse. So yeah, they do have wired audio support, which is good, but some people like wireless. But the problem is that if you want to use a wireless headset, well, you basically have to use the PlayStation Link audio capability in order for you to basically you basically have to use the new Pulse Elite or Pulse Explore in order to use wireless capabilities, to use the wireless headset capabilities for the new PlayStation Portal, which really sucks. I think it's really disappointing that they've done that. And then also on top of that, it doesn't even support PlayStation Plus cloud streaming, which is really baffling. It doesn't even have Bluetooth in here, which is really another baffling decision that's come from Sony as well. And also the price tag. Well, the price tag, I guess you could say, is a little bit of reasonable because they priced it at around $200, £200 here in the UK, which is at least reasonable. But the problem is that the Pulse Elite and the Pulse earbuds, well, the Pulse Elite is going to be priced at £130, and then you've got the Pulse Explorer, which is £200, which means you have to pay another £200 if you want the earbuds, or another 130 if you want the Pulse Elite headset, which is really really baffling, really, that they've done that. So they basically are making you they're basically making you use this technology in order for you to connect to the PlayStation Portal with wireless audio technology, which is really baffling. Um, yeah, it just really sucks, really, doesn't it? The way that they've handled this whole situation. But I would imagine there's going to be some sort of backlash and then they're going to have to respond to it eventually. But Nevertheless, this is essentially some new. They've got some more details, which you can see in the link in the description if you want to learn more about the PlayStation Portal as they get ready for the launch of this thing. Which they do say that pre-order information will be revealed soon when you'll be able to, if you're thinking about potentially pre-ordering this item, which I don't think many will after hearing some of the unfortunate news that comes out of it, but. I don't know. Maybe they'll reverse some decisions, and maybe that will make it valuable. But it just, yeah. I mean, if you compare this with Nintendo Switch, I think it's obvious that Nintendo Switch just has much more better benefits than this device, unfortunately, which just proves that yeah, this device could have been so much more, but they've chosen to do a they chose a very baffling decision. Even though it is a remote play device, it could have been so much more than just a remote play device. But oh well, it just it basically just doesn't really satisfy a lot of people. Unfortunately, that's pretty much just the information you need to know, really. Um, Now, as well as that, we did hear about a pattern about plotting a movie theater co-op experience for hundreds. There's a talks about that pattern coming from Sony in the near future, which might be something that we might see, sooner rather than later. We'll have to wait and see. Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to have a full Arabic voiceover, which is going to be a thing with the new Assassin's Creed for anybody who wants to keep that in mind. Um, Now, as well as that, we did get some unfortunate news in regards to well, we did have some unfortunate news in regards to Phasmophobia and what's going to be happening with that game because, well, if you're a Phasmophobia fan, you'll be unfortunate to know that they have delayed the console release due to a fire incident that happened in the studio, and it's because of this that they've decided to delay delay the game to October. So yes, the game is now going to be coming out in the lead up to Halloween, which is in October. So it will give them time to perfect and fine tune everything. So Kinetic Games are going to be releasing its console debut for Phasmo by the time we get to Halloween, which is actually a pretty nice time to release it because it means that many of us can enjoy Phasmophobia on a console level, which is going to be it's going to be amazing to finally have this game finally released on console during Halloween 2023. Should be a great way to celebrate Halloween with the ghost hunting horror game finally coming to console on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, which are going to be the platforms that are going to be supporting this game, as well as PlayStation VR 2 that's going to have a support for Phasmophobia, which is going to be great. So yes, it's coming out in October for anybody who wants to know. As well as that, we did get some also some other unfortunate news that Dragon Age Dreadwolf is going to be getting a summer 2024 release. Well, they're targeting that release, but it might get delayed even more depending on how things how things go because they just laid off over 50 jobs recently. So there is the chance that the new Dragon Age might be delayed even further, but we'll have to wait and see what we'll have to see how things go in terms of Dragon Age Dreadfall. In terms of how they're going to iterate this game ready for its release in summer of 2024. Then of course, along with that, we did also get the fact that Armored Core 6 is going to be breaking sales records due to Elden Scorer's success. So it looks like this game might do very, very well in the coming weeks, which is good to hear. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to get two huge patch updates built in for launch. So that's really good. So they're going to be bringing over the 1,000 fixes to the PS5 version on September the 6th for anybody who wants to know when they're going to be releasing these patches to the PlayStation, as they're going to be releasing those patches along with that PlayStation 5 launch, ready to celebrate the PS5 launch of Baldur's Gate 3, which, by the way, Baldur's Gate 3 will also be coming to Xbox this year as they finally sorted out the split screen situation, which means that Baldur's Gate 3 will be coming on Xbox later this year, and we should be hearing more soon about its Xbox release if you're curious about when it's going to release on Xbox. Final Fantasy 16 is getting a new update this week, by the way, which you can see the link in the description if you want to learn more. Apparently, God of War Ragnaros is going to be getting a DLC coming in the near future because there's already leaks about a development of a DLC for the PS5 and the fact that they're 69% completed, which definitely seems like God of War Ragnaros might have more stories to tell before we enter a new God of War, which would be interesting. So looks like a DLC for God of War Ragnaros might be on the cards very, very soon, which is going to be really cool for God of War fans who want to see more to the game, which is going to be great. Now, I've got, yeah, so apart from that, really, that is pretty much all the latest, really. So the main details, really, is the fact that well, of course, Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to Xbox, and the fact that we finally know more details about PlayStation Portal, the PlayStation Pulse Elite, and PlayStation Pulse Explored, which are the new items, the new hardwares that are going to be coming out later this year. And then, of course, we have Phasmo coming out in October now. Stalker 2's been delayed till early 2024 due to them needing more time with the game. And of course, yeah, really, we'll see what the next few weeks have in store for us. Hopefully, we'll get some news from Sony about a PlayStation showcase. Hopefully, because I really hope we do get a showcase from Sony soon. Because I mean, there is still more games to be revealed by Sony, so hopefully, a showcase or something will come from Sony soon enough. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my upcoming gaming news updates when to come. So see you then.